Starting.
Now recording.
We all go and die.
Yeah. That gonna be the new title of this one. We all gonna die.
We all quoted.
It's the perfect title of the new episode. So yes, last time, the crew of the Peachy Keen kind of split off. Ven went ahead to talk to Isaidus while the others went to Malachor 5 to Plant Legion. Then after you had reunited with your husband, that was interesting time.
Awkward.
Yes, that. All of that, all the above. It seemed rather miffed that you did not, as he put it, keep up. I'm good at those. He was rather miffed that you didn't keep to your word. So, unfortunately, Delta Team kind of paid the price. Much
It's
to
okay,
our
they were just
oblivious-
Delta anyway. They weren't as important as Alpha, Beta, and Charlie, so.
Jesus. Thank you, Sai, for your
Of course.
assistance.
I just wanted to make sure I helped you with the great intros. Yes. Intros are important.
Where would I be without you, Sai?
Not here, apparently.
No, not here. So, yes, and then you were escorted into his temple to essentially have dinner and talk.
She voluntarily. There was no escort needed. This time.
That's true. I did walk in there.
True, it was
See, it's a good thing.
voluntary.
I'm making sure these historical recordings are accurate and not biased against me.
Sai, you are my favorite. And unbeknownst to Ven, Isaidus had slipped off because he had been notified of something and had messaged the group of the Peachy Keen. And more or less, how do I say this? Urged them to fuck in the direction of off or else.
Openly invited them to extricate the area.
Yes, thank you.
Of course.
To which there was a resounding hell no in the form of Isaidus' face on every urinal in the galaxy. Thank you, Mira.
That can be erased from the. All right, we'll talk about editing afterwards.
Yeah, and then it was revealed that Sai happens to have Jax, Joseph, and Drea in his grasp, and he utilized that to again warn the crew of the Peachy Keen against coming to Ven's aid. And Mira abruptly hung up on him, leaving the rest of the crew to figure out what is going on, with Sev very hopeful that Delta Team could handle this. Oh, sweet summer child. That's so sad. The pain in that was great. So yes, we will go back in with Ven. You have been sat at this illustrious table. Sai had gone off to do something. He had to take care of business. And you are sitting at this illustrious table that is set out for meals. It's very fancy. Not really to your taste, but okay. It's not like eating with the Peachy Keen crew. This is almost royalty status the way it's set up.
Like very over the top.
Yeah, pretty much. But of course, Sai would want nothing but the best for his woman. So
True.
this is what we do. And a couple of minutes go by, and you're left in this room with the meal, waiting for Isaidus to return. And
Is there anybody in here? Or, like, what's in this room aside from ridiculously fancy things?
there are some of the apprentices that had welcomed you. There's 2 stationed at the 2 doors for exiting and entering. The 2 that are stationed at the door you saw Isaidus leave in seem a little on edge, whereas the 2 that are behind you that had kind of stood in the doorway after you had entered the room just are kind of at parade rest, like just attentive to going on, but otherwise it's just you. None of these guards have spoken to you. They are just very stoic. But you get the feeling that if you were to say something to them, they would have been obligated to answer you in some way.
Okay.
But it's been a quiet couple of minutes while you're waiting for Isaidus to return. It's uncomfortable.
Okay. I actually think that I would like to just use I have a force power called Sense, and I can sense the number of like living things around me. Let's see. I don't know how far it reaches. I know I upgraded it to pretty big now. Do you want me to look it up really fast? Sorry.
Yeah, which is
Force power. These trees are always confusing.
I know they can be.
So I got it up to one of the highest ranges, which it doesn't say how many feet or anything. I think because I think they might have a system already in place. You know, I don't they have like range bands or something. So it's like a large range. I don't know if you know that.
Let me see here.
Range.
Okay.
Still isn't giving me feet.
Yeah, I think it is just like within the vicinity, like the close vicinity of you. So likely the room that you're in, and
Like a few rooms beyond me, maybe?
maybe, yeah, it would be a little bit, but you can't like CSI vision know where everyone is in this place.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I just, at least I wanted to see if I could get a read on how many are around me aside from these 4. Like, are there more people outside? Are there people in the next room? Is it crawling with people or not? That sort of thing.
Yeah, other than the 4 in the room, you notice that, or you sense rather, that there are constant patrols in the hallway that you had kind of walked into this room. There's a constant patrol within at least 30 seconds. There's a few people that have made their rounds. The door in which Isaidus had gone, you know his force signature is there, feel that, but other than that, not so much. It's just you get the sense that that leads to what would be Sai's private quarters. So behind you, there's just constant patrols, and then what you would assume to be essentially a dead end with just Sai and the guards.
Okay. So I would probably spend, you know, that time doing that, and then also I wouldn't talk to the guards. I'd be very quiet. I guess the other thing I would do in that time of silence would be, he mentioned that Ven was the one that like opened up their connection again, and she's like thinking back to Viri mentioning how weird like she felt around Ven lately. So I just want to see if I can focus in on that real fast and see if I can figure any of that out. I don't know if you want me to roll for that or what.
Sorry, just reading Roll20 real quick. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't have to roll for anything. That's just kind of essentially you're just forced meditating. You know that being away from Mira, you are no longer shielded. But as far as the opening of the connection, you feel that something had happened on Isaidus' end while you were training yourself to block him. It's almost as if he was working in tandem to strengthen it, in a way. So when you had reached out to him, that was kind of the tether that he needed to start opening it a bit more. So what you had attempted to do as essentially scrying on him wound up being a way to communicate through the Force.
Okay. Do I sense that it's still happening even now? Or would I know?
There is a subtlety to it. It's akin to that understanding of each other that you used to have before his fallen thing. But it's a little bit of a stronger tether now, and you can't quite place why.
Okay. Can I sense his emotions right now?
You can sense the base of them.
There's a calming frustration.
Yeah.
What'd you say? A calming frustration?
There's a frustration that's slowly being calmed back down.
Oh, okay.
It might be urinal connected. It might not. You don't know.
I doubt that would be Ven's first guess, so.
Right.
Okay. But yeah, so she does not talk to anybody. She does not touch the food. She doesn't do anything. She literally is just sitting and trying to sort of get her bearings and figure out some of the stuff he was talking about and get a sense of where other people are and what's going on.
Yep. It seems like you are pretty much surrounded and stuck in this dead end area. And as you're kind of pulling back from that and kind of absorbing what you've felt and acclimating to that, that is when Sai returns to your
You
room.
just hear flubber guts. He like comes in from like a back entrance you weren't expecting. He goes flubber guts.
Fantastic. This is our bad guy, guys.
I'm gonna roll. Okay. She might have jumped slightly.
She might have
that
them.
Still doesn't get old doing that. You remember doing that back in training? It was glorious. Still love doing it. It's been a while. I need to keep your training up.
Yeah, apparently she like turns sort of so that she's facing him now instead of her back to him, you know.
He's like, just what's the word? You know, like fixing his collars and smoothing them out real quick. He seems to be in the final step of just Who's that? Right. Sorry for that. I had a quick thing to attend to. Little boy's room. I apologize. But it's no more distractions. It's just you and I. Again, for dinner. It's almost like a third date, right?
Yeah. And she kind of like looks at like the Sith in the room, kind of
Yeah.
pointedly before she looks back to him.
I mean, it's just so hard to get, a place without anybody around, Why haven't you touched your food?
She says, I thought it was just supposed to be you and me.
He like points to the two of them, waves them off.
And off they go.
But you haven't even touched your food. I got the best food around for you.
Well, it's kind of rude when you're gone. Kind of like it's rude to leave during a date.
Yeah, well, things happen, responsibilities, leadership, things like that. Anyways, I'm back. I apologize. You have my undivided attention. Sits down, billows his cloak a little bit, and takes a bite of to eat to kind of like show her like it's fine.
Is there alcohol?
Oh, there can be.
Oh no, Ben isn't asking. I was just looking to see.
And there's like probably like I'm guessing a bottle of champagne or something, right, Angie?
Pretty much. I mean, there's some like fancy alcohol, and then there's like fruit juices, water, that kind of thing. Like, it's like he got a little bit of everything to like try to make you happy, so that there was everything that you wouldn't want. Like,
I mean, to know how your tastes change, and I mean, if you get to live lavishly, why not live lavishly?
Her tastes have stayed the same. She still doesn't like evil fucks.
They got simpler, actually.
Mm.
If you would believe it.
I can understand that. You've been on the run so long, hiding.
She'll start eating, by the way. Sorry, say that again.
No, he just says, well, I can understand that. You've been running for so long, hiding. I mean, you've given up so much. No wonder things are different. We'll pop the bottle and like pour out alcohol for both of you. Give you a glass.
I take it.
Cheers to us. And he like raises it as like a little cheer.
She kind of like indulges him and just like clinks it.
With a little smile and an eye smile as well. As he goes to sip it and drink it. I mean, that's the goal, isn't it? Just you and I.
I just really would have liked not to feel like there's other things over us right now.
Well,
Other complications. I mean, the bonds open back up. You can sense that I wasn't trying to deceive you.
oh dear, dear Ven, I'm not mad at you. I'm disappointed in the crew that you've trusted and that they're following and in trying to intercede. Don't worry about them. It's fine. Right now, it's just you and I. Nothing else has to weigh over us. Anything that does, we can just cut out.
Cut out.
Something bothers my queen, of course I'm going to get rid of it. something is holding you back from your true potential, it must be eliminated.
Yeah, you keep saying true potential. I don't really know what exactly you're wanting with that, or why you would feel like I would want it.
Well, you did reach out to me, pleading, desiring to be back together.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we can be back together.
Why would you think that would be it?
What? You and me together? We could start our own thing, away from the Jedi and the Sith. We don't need anybody else, Ven.
Well, we don't. I think my point was that we don't need the extras, like the kingdom, the power.
The glory yours, amen.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, we didn't need that before.
Human sigh.
It was simple. We were young, and we didn't even really know what we were doing in the Force or with anything. We didn't need anything then. Why would we need it now?
See how quickly we got swept up into the troubles and tribulations of those, and he puts up the quotes like wiser than us, more powerful than us. Yeah, we were simple and things were nice, but we were hopelessly naive, listening to Revan, listening to the Jedi masters, the council. Have they really made your life that much better since? Look where it's got. Look where it's got both of us.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll admit one thing that I have felt as the years have gone on is I wish that day that you had come to me and I found out that you turned, that I would have just right then and there made a deal with you that you would leave the dark side and Revan, and I would leave the Jedi as an organization, and we could just be together and help people how we felt we could.
You see him like close his eyes for a second, like, taking that in as if that's not a dream that he's dreamt about this whole time.
Mm.
It would have been magnificent.
I think it would have stopped a lot of pain that's happened. I mean, don't get me wrong, Sai. I feel like a lot of what you've done is I don't agree with, and I wish that you wouldn't, and I wish that you'd stop. But on my end, I wish that I wouldn't have clung so desperately to an order, thinking that I could change it when I couldn't.
Time has changed you, Van. These are not words of the one that turned to go back to the Jedi Order.
Hmm?
Even time has changed you. These are not the
Yeah.
words you once told me 10 years ago.
I mean, I still believe very deeply in helping people, Sai. And those words that you once told me, that compassion was the most important thing, I still live that.
What do you think I'm doing here?
She just looks at him, waiting for him to continue.
Do you not think that's not still the core intention of my kingdom here? Compassion. Like the compassion the Jedi gave those that returned after going after Revan. The compassion that they show Revan chasing after her, sending you and the Peachy Keen on a trip to bring her back. The compassion that the Sith need that they find into their weakness. The Sith deal in absolutes. They don't care about compassion or love. No. I've taken the best of both worlds. We'll cut aside anything that does desire to drag us down. We'll combine them to create something new in this universe, beautiful, based on love. Our love.
I mean, sorry, that would sound great if I hadn't seen a lot of the things that you've done. I've been following you for half a year now. Watching the remnants of pain, that's not compassion. In that sense. What would you call that?
I won't admit, or I will admit, that the journey into creating this kingdom was found with a little bit of resistance. Just like a forest that has to be redone. It's burned in fire and grows anew. I am willing to do what is necessary, even if you won't, to create it for us. So you can keep yourself out of the muck that I drag us through. I mean, I give everyone the choice. If they choose not to partner in with us, as long as they stay out of my way. It's those that have decided to try and jump in my way and stop me from creating a world that you and I can be back together. Now that, I can't let that happen.
I don't understand why you think that we can't just do what I said we wish we would have done right now and just leave it. Leave it.
And then what?
Everything.
You don't think we're going to be chased? Dragged back in? We're going to go run and hide for the rest of our lives? No.
Why not?
What kind of compassion is that to steal yourself away from the universe, hidden, not doing anything?
Helping in small ways, traveling from place to place.
Helping. Like dragging your poor Padawan through the pain and suffering of losing a dear best friend and realizing the horrors of seeing her on the dark side. Dragging a poor innocent girl into conflict who doesn't even want to fight. Just to separate her from her mother again. I have all these crew members. What real good have you done for them?
She's kind of almost like kind of smirking at him slightly as he's saying this. And she says, I know you know a lot about what's going on, but you clearly don't know what you're talking about with that. The hard things would have happened no matter what to them. But I was with them to guide them through it, as was the rest of the other crew.
Pretty sure none of this would have happened to Veery if I had run away with you.
Probably.
Who would have Yara turned out to?
Probably still manipulative, if I'm gathering my facts right about her.
Who knows? Anyways, these are just semantics. What's done is done. The blood that has trailed behind my footsteps. We've built this. Kind of like welcomes this area and shows you around just the lavishness of it. The Sith now realize my potential and my threat. The Jedi don't dare come after me. Still letting you and Revan hiding behind you, willing to cast you out and make you an enemy of the Order. They're cowards. They'll learn. They'll all bend under our rule. But if you want me to go now, maybe we can have our second chance. Just you and me.
How how truthful does he feel, I guess?
That's
You
a good
mean
question.
like insight check?
I was gonna
I
say, yeah,
could.
you want a perception check and see if you know?
I mean,
I mean, yeah, I could.
have an open.
Yeah, we
open
have like a
motion with me, right?
connection, so I don't know how much. Do I get a certain number of successes potentially, or like how would the advantage of us, our little bond work?
Meeting the DC would be lower. Is all.
Lower. Okay. What am I rolling? Sorry.
Perception. Game's version of insight.
Perfect. I probably did the thing wrong. So is it 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
6. Yeah, you did the arrow wrong, but that's okay.
Okay, sorry.
I mean, you feel like for him it's pretty truthful.
Might be his version of being
Yeah.
alone with you
Right,
and
right,
walking
right.
away.
Like weird
But-
stipulations or something, yeah.
Or just I think you understand that he still sees you and him as being held back by these constraints, and that together you would be able to find strength in each other that could still overcome everything else. So like turning away from all of that, he still I think you realize he still expects a bit of control and power over the rest of the world, and
Mm-hmm.
there's not a redemptive aspect
Right.
of going away with you.
For
which
sure,
is-
for sure.
But this is what this is all for. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so she just Saya, I want you to come back to the light side with me.
I keep on trying to tell you. Don't be constrained by these notions of the light side and the dark side. These are just two coins to the same force. I've learned to use both sides of the force. Unite them as they've always should have been. The Jedi have been wanting to hoard the light side into their own power and autonomy. The Sith responding in turn, believing that darkness, hate, and anger are the only ways. I think you know more than anybody. Even the Jedi are wrong about their attachments and emotions. Here you are relying on that to pull back to me.
Emotions can be powerful.
Oh, they can. So, you and I together. Forgo the light side, forgo the dark side. And you and I can be. You kind of see like an over the top, like he's smirking because he's saying it this way, but there's also a glint of like, it doesn't sound bad. Almost curl of his hand as he goes, King and Queen? Emperor and Empress? I don't know. I'm a little grandiose, you know that.
Mm-hmm.
But you and I could have it together. Just us. Just you and me. Kingdom of the Eternal Order. I'm thinking
How
about
long
that
did it
one
take
for
you
a
to
little
come up
while.
with that name? Yeah.
It had a few rings to it.
He has like a notebook of all these crossed out other names in his.
Yep. He's been working on this, man.
I just want Ven back order. Damn it, that's not good.
Oh, that sounds stupid.
Her hair is beautiful. God damn it. I mean, isn't that what we're trying to do? Is be together. Bring order to the universe. Together?
I mean, Sai, I want to be with you. I don't want the stipulations of a kingdom or power or anything else.
No stipulations. It's what we're made for. It's what we're supposed to have. It's
What
what
do you
we're
mean we're
destined.
made for? How would we be made for this?
I've seen it. You
You've
know the
seen
powers I have. You can see the potential of what's possible with you and me at our side, and how much war will be stopped and peace will be made around the universe. We can make order, and those could stop dying and needlessly underneath us.
Sai, in all the times that you've had this power of sight, have you ever had different possibilities?
Well, yes, this meeting's going a little different.
What did you see before?
Don't think you and your Padawan were the only ones there. I had that same dream.
I wondered.
Padawan's quite very fierce. So easily tempted to join me.
Oh yeah. She takes a long drink.
He puckers his lip just slightly. just to bring attention to it.
Oh my gosh.
Love it.
I mean, did it cut out after you died, or did it continue on? After I killed you, I should say.
Well, it did take me a little bit to realize what it was. You all both got quite tied up with. Must have been a holocron or some dark artifact, but it continued on. I was merely a spectator at that point. No longer a player in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But I was with you every step of the way. You did so much good. It doesn't have to be just like that, but look at how much good you did once you just let go. Gave no meaning to those that were holding you back. Think how much better it'd be with me by your side.
She just kind of like looks at him and like almost like squinting a little bit. And she says, I wasn't even the same person. Didn't even care about anyone. I don't want to become that.
That's what I'll be here for. You can care about me.
Only
And anybody else that matters more to me than you?
You don't have
Vice
anybody
versa.
else that you care about aside from me?
I'd let the universe burn just for you.
I don't know if you've read any relationship books in the past 10 years, Sai, but a lot of times it's important to have other friends
Damn.
and people you care about aside from just the one you love.
Well, I have people around me that I care about. I don't love them. Yeah. Force opens the door. We see Revan tied up.
Yeah, instant tension.
I mean, I do care what's, let's say, in her brain at least. But
What else does she look like aside from that?
Revan looks tired. Um, I mean, she had only just given birth and clearly had pushed herself a little bit to her limit. She's not harmed though.
Okay.
She just looks tired, um, physically, emotionally, mentally. She also looks pained, um, but not from any physical pain or anything, even childbirth. This seems to be more of the situation than anything. This is probably the weakest that you've ever seen this remarkably strong woman be.
Okay. Yeah, so I just look over and go, sorry. Revan, how are you?
She hesitates a moment and kind of glances at Isaidus.
with a little bit of a smirk of, tell her the truth.
To which she eventually turns to you, and she goes, I'm okay.
She looks at Sai looking pretty annoyed and says, would you mind untying her?
I don't know if that's quite the best thing to do at the moment. I'm not done with her yet. I promise, though, if you decide to come with me, no harm will come to her. Or your brats. He kind of like says out of the side of his mouth to Revan. I know you do miss them. They're unharmed for now. Either of you trying to undermine our current negotiated truce. He's kind of coming up with the words. Both of them will come with me. You'll never see them again, and I'll raise them to be my new apprentices. Don't think either one of you want that.
Then it's at that point that you notice that Revan looks panicked. And she just immediately is silent. This is probably the most heart-wrenching thing to see, even though she's not harmed.
Yeah, no, it's
But-
probably really weird, especially with all the history
Yeah.
they've had. Yeah.
Yeah, she's normally very spitfire, has no
Mhm.
issue telling someone how she feels. Nope, she is meek and
Looks-
mousy.
Look how even the great Revan has fallen to her knees because she's let herself tie into all those that she loves. You can take those relationships back, those books back. I don't think any of them work.
I think all of us could do without the gloating. So,
This isn't me gloating. I looked up to her. And he kind of like even turns to Revan. You're the reason I walked away from Ven and the Jedi Order. And look at you now. Weak, pathetic.
Revan's
All you
head
need to
just
do is give me the
drops.
knowledge you need.
And he
Yeah, I'll
calls
let you
that
go
not
along your way.
gloating.
He's just saying things. Sorry, what's the last sentence you said, Mike?
No, just saying, he was just telling Revan, just need the last bit of information from your mind. You and your little kids can go along the merry way. There's no gloating. He's not enjoying this. This is work for him.
It's work. He's
This is the
clocked
truth.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Okay.
business.
Can I
But yeah,
say if this
Revan's
was real life, I would shoot Sai in the face.
that's a good point.
Same
What, you know?
though. Same.
Yeah, no,
With a
I just don't
javelin.
say anything.
What?
You, you get the feeling that she's still, in her way, rebelling against him, but also trying to work with him for her children's sake.
Yeah, like walking a line.
Yeah, she's doing everything that she possibly can, and it's draining her big time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what is it you want from her? What are you even trying to find out?
Just information. She's close to the things that I need. She knows how to operate those things. Imagine what I could do with. Hold on. Let me just double check I'm on the right path. Yeah. She was the closest thing that got to those Star Forges. Get a little bit of information from her. Combine that with this hybrid army of mine. The Eternal Order will be unmatched, unstoppable. Crush the Sith and the Jedi under our feet. And once we burn it all down, we'll rise gloriously peaceful. That's the reckless compassion that you were looking for. I do this for the betterment of the universe. And maybe with you by my side, less will die. We can do this right. You are my better half.
Look like she's just absorbing information. Um, uh, she just says, "You used to be the better half, both of us. I miss
Probably
you.
the
Come
first
back."
thing that's actually pained him that you've said that looks like it's. He can't even hide the fact that that's pained him.
You could be again. I miss you. Come back.
I'm right here. You want me back? I'm sitting here giving you the choice for us to be together and a way to do it. What else do you want? For us to run back, hide, be on the run from the Order and the Sith? Join the Peachy Keen? You already have enough rooms filled on that ship. I'm sure Io wouldn't be happy about that one. He probably says Iotan, actually.
Which is so fucking weird because nobody's called him that since day one.
Yes.
Yeah, true.
It's very strange.
I would prefer it, even hiding. I just don't want to hurt anybody else.
I'm done hiding. And I'm done having you hide, Ben. If it takes me crashing down everything else so you don't have to hide anymore, that's what I'll do.
Even if
My
I
love
don't
for
want
you
it.
is so stubborn. Why are you holding on? The only reason you're hiding is because that's what the Jedi taught you that you needed to do. Or out of fear for me, which is not very Jedi-like either. Why do you let yourself be enwrapped in these shambles and constraints? And time is ticking down. This opportunity doesn't last forever.
Are you talking about this right now, or are you talking about something else?
This moment,
Hmm.
I've put things in motion that even I can't stop now.
Which is
Our order, our future, our kingdom. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. And it can happen the way that you and I want it to happen, but without you, who knows? Maybe Yara will strike me down and take it up for herself. I don't think you'd want that. If you come with me, you can steal me, protect me, redeem me. Kind of like waves around. I mean, it's just like before. I found this good abandoned building to build our own future in. We've been in dire situations and we've hid away. Why can't we take that to the future? Build our own house. One where we don't have to run away
yeah, she kind of just keeps glancing over at Revan too, because just like sensing moods and things like that as he's talking.
She keeps on looking over. He'll close the door.
She looks annoyed.
Thought you said this is about us, Ven.
Sorry, I forgot the last thing you said before I talked about Revan, so now I'm trying to pick up the thread of thought. I'm very sorry.
Van, darling, I don't know what's in that drink. It's been a while since we drank. I'm talking about our kingdom. You know how good you and I are running away? We'd bounce between abandoned buildings. It's going to be the last place we ever have to continue running. Just you and me. Permanent home. We'll never run again.
You make it sound so good till there's all the death that follows.
And that's what we do. Even you as a Jedi, death follows you. There's soldiers in Tatooine. There are bounty hunters in Nar Shaddaa. People in Rishi, Hashik. All who are, quite frankly, bloody splats on the ground. That Iotin is insane.
Yeah. Pretty brutal.
But that's okay. Not doing it for compassion and stopping these orders from doing more harm to the universe than good. Look at the children that they take. How is the Jedi any different than the gentleman?
Yeah, I mean, sorry, I'm not sure how much using the Jedi against me is going to even sway my mind, because I agree. I don't like that they do that.
Then why still defend them and not join me in changing them? We can build our own order. If you want to keep it, forget about the Eternal Order.
Yes.
You want to continue to call it the Jedi Order, I can put you in as head of the Jedi Order. Run it how you see fit. If that's what you want. As long as we're together doing it.
I hate how he said that.
She just she'll say, so what's the rest of this entail? If I say no, and if I say yes, what are both paths? You clearly have things planned out.
There's a small little smirk and blush of, you know me so well, Ven. I do always prepare everything a few steps ahead. I'm trying to give you the choice here. Yes, you join me. We fly off together. If you don't want this kingdom and you want to do it another way, I'll give everything up. I'll walk away from it. You can let Yara take it for all I care. We're still running. We're still hiding. You're still letting death occur. That wild child, she'll let her wild with those hybrids. I don't even know. She'd probably kill Revan right here. At least I'm trying to keep people alive. As long as they're useful and not stopping us. You come with me willingly. Truthfully willingly. We can reassess. No, well, then I guess things will continue my way, and I will show you through my actions that this is the right path. That I'm doing this for you. For us. Together forever. But you say no and continue chasing me with the Peachy Keen. Well, that's not my choice. You're forcing my hand at that point.
Forcing your hand
To make sure you don't stop me. So he takes the bottle and refills it. Stands up and he's again doing that circling around you, around the table. What say ye?
She just says, she'll like stand up if he's doing like the circle thing. Like we're not doing this again. And walks over to him and
Just hear him like quietly exhale.
She like takes like both his shoulders in her hands, like holding him and like looking really intently into his eyes and says, I know that you're better than this. Come back with me.
He looks at you confused. There's a moment of like him, like he's actually listening to you. Go back where? Where is with you? You really think the Peachy Keen's gonna take me back and we can live happily ever after? That the Jedi won't be coming after us, the Sith, the Mandalorians, poor old Delta team, the new one at least.
Shots fired, man. Shots fired.
She says,
Sev.
you'd be
I love the peanut gallery. That Sai can still get to the peanut gallery just with a one-on-one scene.
It's so good. I haven't even read these. I have to go back later and read them.
Oh, it's so good.
Great.
I'm getting all of them revved up.
You'd be surprised, actually, when it comes to the Peachy Keen.
So that's what your going away is. Running away with you, with them.
Turning back to the light with me, and we could fix things. We could fix everything. I would be with you. I would help you. Everything that's happened, I'll take it as my responsibility too, and we can fix things.
You see that glint of his old self in his eyes.
I don't mind. I don't mind taking it for you. With you. Don't you miss people? Don't you miss love, interaction, caring?
With your hands on his shoulder, he reaches over and puts his hand like on the lower back. Like pulls you in. I miss you dearly. And he's gonna try to kiss you.
Slap him. Bite his tongue off.
You said you were going to be right back. Go.
Fucking chew his throat out. Chew
Oh
his
my
throat
God.
out.
Stop it!
Fuck him up. Gouge his eyes out.
You are going in timeout, sir.
Yes.
Swear to God.
Sai waves his hand. There's a chewed up bubble gum that goes down Mira's throat randomly.
For some reason.
I saw it in a dream. I wasn't sure if it'd work.
Oh
I love it.
She like takes her hands on either side of his face as he's going in and just holds him and is like very, very close, but not kissing him. And then she says
90-10.
90-10. And She says, "Come with me instead." Come back to the light with me.
There is no light. There's just power, just the force. There's no escape from this. It's just you and me. That's
She
it.
just like keeps like looking at her like really intently, hoping he's gonna like say the other say what she wants him to say, basically. Please.
You're not so different than me. We want to be together, but we have our own stipulations. So is that your answer then? You choosing them over me?
She says that's a cruel way to put it.
It's the truthful way of putting it, dear.
I'm choosing who I know you can be.
I'm right in front of you, Ven.
I still see you. All the things that you want to keep hidden. All the good parts of you. I see all of it.
They're still there, Ven. Like you said, like I told you, I don't enjoy doing this.
Then stop justifying it. And stay with me.
Okay.
Okay.
You still stopping him from kissing you. He goes over and kisses you on the cheek. Okay. Then it's been decided. It's about now you start feeling your mind go blurry.
My mind go blurry?
Mine go
Mhm.
blurry.
Oh.
I told you you had a short opportunity. Time was running out. He looks pained, hurt. And he's
So
slowly-
is it hard to focus right now? Is that all that's happening?
it's getting harder to focus, and like your arms and legs are getting like tired and molassy, almost as if you're
okay.
starting to slowly lose control over him.
Oh, okay. It's like, oh, what did you do? Sigh. Frick.
I was worried that your attachments to them still held you back. And I was right. And as your body starts going limp, he kind of catches you in his arms, like bringing you to the ground. Don't worry. I'll take good care of you. In a short time, you'll see the good. But I have to deal with your crew first. I'll see you when you wake up. He kind of like puts like a strand of your hair like over to the side as he's kind of just caressing it. And your vision goes dark.
Okay.
Unless you have something else, like a last thing you want to say to him.
Yeah, I'll just say don't do anything else, and then she like passes out.
All right.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. He
Dark drama.
picks
All
you up
the
by the
drama.
force, waves in his guards, and you get taken away.
And just like that, unbeknownst to the crew of the Peachy Keen, Ven is now captured in Isaidus's hands. And we will take a quick little 5-minute breather before we go back to the crew. Because I feel like people need that.
I'm on like on a roller coaster of emotions right now. Like I'm happy for the RP, and I'm happy that like we're actually getting some RP ourselves in the chat. But then it's just like, I don't like him. I want to punch him.
Don't worry.
And nobody can.
And nobody can.
I'll give you that opportunity here shortly.
Oh, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Oh.
I think my favorite part was the jab to Delta and just the said, fuck you! Yeah.
Oh, that cracked me up.
Oh my god.
Oh.
That'll be
I'm going to the bathroom real quick. Size had to go to the little boy's room for so long now.
Yes. I feel like everyone definitely needed an emotional breather.
At least this actually,
Oh
at least this actually now lets me get to the point of I want to put stuff on my blasters. I haven't done that yet.
You were so wrapped up in what was going on. I love it. Oh boy.
But yeah, if you notice, like if you've been watching my like, character sheet, you'll see it in the recording too. I've just been adding stuff because I didn't finish it.
I'll be right back.
I've been enjoying this. I'm not gonna lie. Hi. Yeah, we are taking a breather. So, Ven has officially been captured by Sai.
We do not know that yet.
Yeah, the crew of the Peachy Keen has no fucking clue that she's been actually captured.
Ven also did
Yeah.
not see that coming. She didn't think that would happen.
I don't think any of us
No,
did.
no, she did not.
Yeah.
I think the only one who
Stepped
did.
a little.
I think the only one who knew that wasn't Angie was Mike because he's the one voicing it.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Oh yeah. So yeah, we were just taking a little breather.
What about me?
Talking shit about you.
Okay. Angie, can I
well, we
talk
just-
to you real
we
quick
just-
for a second?
Yeah,
Who?
let's go ahead and go time out real quick.
Okay.
While everyone takes a breather.
This is good though. I'm excited for this.
I'm not. I want to kill him.
As a player, excited. As like, well, both player and character, I'm very frustrated about this.
As a character, I'm scared of him. As a player, I want to fucking kill him.
Oh, you're not the only one.
Like, I want to pull him out of the game into real life and beat his ass. He's such a douche. Ah,
He really is, though. It kind of bothers me.
I am just loving listening to everybody's comments about Sai. It's so funny.
I know Ven, or rather Rachel, created him, but Jesus, girl, you got some problems. Can't stand his ass.
It's so funny to me how there's like just some characters that just you feel this absolute hatred for, and it's just like, good lord, where does this
Like-
hatred come from?
Like Joffrey from Game of Thrones.
Ah,
fuck
fuck
that
him.
dude. Fuck that dude.
His death was not violent enough.
It wasn't.
No, it wasn't. It definitely was
He
not.
needed to suffer.
I've
There are
got my
so many
sad food
poisons.
now.
I got my sad food. Oh.
There's so many
Need sad
poisons you could
food.
give someone to really draw out their suffering.
It's food he eats when he's sad.
I know. I'm wondering what
I
it
got
is.
some pudding.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah,
That is your sad food.
I originally bought this for tomorrow. My family are gonna have a movie night tomorrow. There was one bag that I bought, smaller than the rest, because there's two large. Basically, it's Doritos. Cut them out of breath. You can't. I can't tell you how much shouting I was doing whilst that was like, no, don't do it. I hate it. I don't want to sympathize with him.
I don't either. I
I
don't
don't
either.
sympathize with him at all. Not at all. I find no sympathy for him. I also find
Just
no mercy for him.
remorseless.
This was not the situation I
I
was playing.
find no mercy for him. I am solely
did.
set on fucking destroying his entire existence.
Every molecule of him, just throw him into a sun.
No, that's too quick.
Too
Throw him
quick.
into a black hole.
Mira is gonna turn to the dark side just to kill him.
She taps into the force for just one thing.
Oh no, she has no connection to the Force. She has no midichlorians. Which
I
in
find-
Star Wars canon means she's not visible by the Force.
Oh, so
which
that's
is
why.
But
why-
you know,
Which is why if we
which
hang
is why
around
she
you,
was- Yep.
I don't get how that works actually.
I keep thinking about that. I'm like, does that mean that Io technically can't see her, or like?
That would technically mean Io can't see her. Because Io uses the force.
He's like, I hear your voice. I look over where I know you are. Maybe when he goes looking for her, he literally is looking for her, trying to find, like, hear where she is.
Mira, make a noise real quick. Hit something.
Oh my gosh, that would be
sounds
funny.
about right.
I'm back.
Hello.
Which makes it
Welcome
even
back.
funnier
I hate
for
the fucking character that you made.
Oh, Isaidus.
He's a douche and needs to die. Just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He needs
Just
to die. I will
need
murder him,
to
and
Don't you love him?
no, not at all. I feel no pity or remorse or anything for him, other than an intense loathing and hatred.
Oh, Jesus.
I wish for him to die 1,000 deaths. And if I get half a chance, I will murder him. In the game.
What got you? Was it the manipulation?
Everything
voice.
about him.
Everything. Oh, okay. so
How he looks, how he sounds, how he acts, how he speaks, how he picks his fucking nose. I hate him. I hate him, I hate him, I hate him, I hate him, I hate him.
Also,
I want him to die
going
worse
back-
than freaking Osama bin Laden.
Okay.
There's so much passion.
it's immensely entertaining. I can't lie.
Yeah, I don't know. I had a great time.
I will sacrifice Mira in order to make him die.
Oh man.
So, quick question. When it says remove one setback dice, that just means it removes a failure, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Just making sure.
You're correct. I want Sai.
It actually makes it even funnier
Dead.
that he would look
I want him
direct.
dead.
He would.
Dead. I want him dead. I want him dead. I want him
Return.
dead.
He's been on this for about
Yeah.
a minute.
Okay. All right. Is Matt back or is he still AFK?
He is back. He has his sad
Okay.
food.
Perfect.
Angel, I would like to use the hive system on Psy.
denied.
Denied.
I have plans. Let me get through today's session and we can talk about it. But yeah. So after that, now that everyone's back on from the break, we will go back to the crew of the Peachy Keen, none the wiser that Ven has been captured by her husband. You guys are trying to work
Mira has
out.
a plan.
Okay. So, would Mira have gathered everyone, or are you just going to do it over comms?
Nope, gonna do overcoms.
Okay.
What,
Alright,
what if we put giant engines on one side of a planet and then threw a planet at them?
Killing Van, Revan, and the babies
Yeah.
all at once.
Yes.
Literally
Yeah,
wiping the whole
exactly.
planet out. I don't
Yes.
think that's a plan.
I
Mira, how
DM
could you say that?
DM is going to put someone in timeout, I swear to God. Uh, yeah, so, again, you guys are getting closer to this planet. You know that time is of the essence. You guys are free to take it over here in conversing to figure out a way to get in there and get Ven and get out. Well, Ven, ideally, kids too, and all that fun stuff.
Well, I was going to run a scan through Peachy Keen's system to see if she has any topographical info of the planet or whatever that we're heading to. Any recent scans.
Yeah, you are able to find some scans, and I mean, it has to be converted for you, Io, but if you were to show the rest of the crew, it would be a very tropical island with multiple islands. Tropical island with multiple islands.
do we
Tropical planet with multiple islands. Jesus, English is hard.
He needs like a little sandpit kind of thing that makes a really fancy 3D model of things. When he puts it in like a map in, it actually like raises the surface that he can see.
Yes, perfect.
You never see it used, so no one knows that it's there until, you know, he does it for this thing.
So
he never has a chance to put the info in himself.
So, do we see any buildings of the sort within the scans?
Within the scans, you see a temple on one of the islands. It's a large temple. Otherwise, you do see like some crashed ships, as well as the remains of the Starforge that had been overhead. It has crashed into the ocean and has kind of begun decomposing against the weather of the planet. There's not really any livable habitats. There's some like various huts that seem to be home to some native sentient species, but there's no real concrete evidence there. It had been up until recently assumed a uninhabited planet. So, but the one thing that sticks out is the temple, and you can only assume that's where Isaidus and Ven would be.
All right. So we have a location. What does the surrounding area around the temple look like? Like immediately surrounding area.
In the immediate vicinity of the temple, it is like there seems to be beach, and then it goes to almost like this meadowy type of place. It goes from sand and rocks to grass and a few like tropical palm trees.
It's like having the plains and the meadow right next to each other in Valheim.
Okay.
Just trying really, really hard not to go there.
Hey guys, remember that Valheim exists. Okay.
Yeah. I was trying really hard not to let the addiction come out, but you know, there it is.
Let your addiction flag fly, dear.
Right.
Um,
Valheim. You think Sai doesn't play Valheim? Come on.
I'd love to see Sai play it.
Goddamn trolls.
so, okay. So I guess I should be more specific. Can I see a position looking into the temple?
The only way to look into the temple would be from like facing area, or the door facing area. Because it goes up into a ramp. There's a covered door, and that seems to be the only way in or out.
Okay.
Here, let me pull up. So like, roll 20, cooperate. This would be the initial ground view of the temple in the background.
Oh, it's so pretty.
It is very gorgeous. It's so pretty. But the actual temple is this. So there's just the one way in, one way out.
So there's no. Okay.
There's no vents.
Are the vents even safe?
Are the vents safe? We don't
I
know.
purposely chose this temple because it did not have vents. You know how long it took me to have? We could have had this conversation like a year ago if it wasn't for the damn vent thing.
What is
What about a sewage system that we can climb up through?
Yeah, there is just one way in, one way out. This seems to be an older temple. Because it is weathered, extremely so. But the entranceway seems to be pretty clear.
Are there any like balconies and stuff like that that I would possibly be able to see? Or is it too far and to really notice?
Yeah, you couldn't really tell. Because as you would be walking up down this way, you would have followed according to the map, sand, and then it kind of goes into this pathway, like this dirt pathway up, and it seems to kind of be cut off by rocks.
Okay.
Before it reaches this plateau.
Okay.
This is the highest thing on that island.
Okay.
So.
Damn. All right.
Well, I guess we're going to the front door and ringing the doorbell.
I was gonna say I could cover you from a position, but
hey, we're here for the food.
Fucking Io. That's all he cares about, the food.
Well,
if Ven didn't eat it, there's a plate full on the table.
Did you?
That's true.
I would eat out of the garbage can.
It's true. Iowa does not discriminate when it comes to food.
No sniper positions. Then I can't cover them from a reasonable distance away.
Not from the exterior. No, not without essentially climbing the face of the mountain, and I would not advise that. It do be dangerous. Mountains are dangerous.
Do have ascension gear.
Oh, but they're fun.
Okay.
Sai's playing solitaire.
What? What the fuck?
Somebody's stringing a sad note in the background.
That was my mic arm. Sorry.
But okay.
It's like, why is that so ominous though? That's great.
He's just twirling the metal levers, just waiting for the damn Peachy crew. They always take the time.
Does
They
anyone,
do. They do take their damn time.
Does anyone have a plan?
Well, I tried going fast once, and then Mira yelled at me, so...
We kill him.
Mira, that's an end goal, not an actual plan. We need a plan. You can't go in half-cocked.
We
Viri's
make it
got
a
her
more-
lightsaber and like her robe, but she's got one of Ven's robes like hooded on her, just kind of like covering her. Are we going?
Yeah. But
Well... I'm ready to go.
I don't think we should make a plan.
Del,
Every time we make a plan, it goes wrong.
So if we go in half-cocked, then whatever happens goes exactly according to plan.
Exactly.
all I
Damn
can
it,
say,
Io.
It's not gonna work. None of it.
Damn, aren't you pessimistic?
He's right.
He has twins,
Oh,
Riven.
we don't.
He has Drea, Jax, Joseph.
Mm-hmm.
He has Ven.
You have to play into his hand for now.
all right.
That's why we go to the front door.
So I'll swallow a nuke, then we get captured, and then we blow everyone up.
Mira, no.
I don't think that's gonna work.
That's not in character. Mira
Okay.
wouldn't say that.
I was about to say, wait, what is happening to Mira right now?
But
It's a nuke gummy worm candy.
all right.
We'll swallow it. I swear.
Well, he wants
Rob
us there. Then
is angry at Sai and wants to kill him, but Mira is just gonna sit there.
well then, if you have no better plan, then I say for now. I mean, he already knows we're coming, so might as well give him that then.
What do you mean? You want us to tell him that we're coming?
He already knows, Mira.
Knows.
So, do we call him back?
Yeah,
Yeah?
we call him back.
And
So
do what?
everyone gonna behave?
I don't know. Io, how would you behave in a hostage situation?
By dropping a
Uh,
500-pound JDAM on the building and killing all the hostages plus the
Rob.
hostage takers? Oh, sorry.
Rob's thinking out loud here.
My bad. It's the only good way to clear a stairwell. Drop a bomb on the building.
and kill everyone in it.
Robert, I swear to God, I'm gonna put you in timeout.
So if they're all in danger, who's calling? Or are we going in? What's the plan?
We're calling. We're telling him we're coming.
I don't even know how to use this thing, so one of you guys are gonna have to call him.
I'll do it. Oh,
Io, please.
Here.
Yeah.
sure.
Mira leaves. She goes back to the engine room. She doesn't want to be in the
Rob
same room with this call.
Hey,
Rob leaves.
hey, Barry, can you make sure Mira's okay?
Yeah.
Io, can I do the talking, please?
I'm a little concerned because every time you do, bad things seem to happen.
I'm a
well,
bit
with this
concerned
many
also.
lives on the line, I'm going to behave.
All right.
He just looks very not convinced.
Io, he's a soldier. He can behave if he needs to.
Okay, but the moment you start going off kilter, I'm muting you.
We'll step. I'll help. I'll step in also.
Dell will open the comlink to Isaidus. Isaidus.
It's a good long pause. It's about time. I was getting bored. Yes? Are you here?
Not yet. Oh no,
I mean, the ship landed like 10 minutes ago.
you when those you care about are taken hostage, you tend to take a bit of time.
Oh, hostage. That's such a violent word. They are guests here just as much as you are. Don't worry. Front door's unlocked. You chose this, remember? I was gonna let them be if you just let me be.
Oh,
Good. See you shortly. Click.
we're going for the front door.
Oh, it's the only door there. I guess we got no choice.
It will be at this time. Sev, being the ever optimist, is gonna continue trying to contact Delta Team.
Static. Flat static.
I figured as much.
Nothing.
I figured as much.
You know, maybe
Or-
our cell service is fine. They're fine.
By the way,
Right.
in character, I am actually rerouting all of the galaxies we have been trying to reach you about your ship's extended warranty calls to Size Personal Communicator. And I'm
Listen.
going to close the email with spam email, spell mail, enhancement pills.
Listen, the
And
calls are a
giant-
fucking mood.
And,
The calls
and
are
giant banners saying, "Are you not good enough as a lover?" Like, I want that stuff.
Oh.
Oh,
You see,
it
you see
is-
on your data pad another pop-up come up, and it says, "If you want to keep on going, strike 3? Question mark. Yes, no.
Bring it. I don't give a fuck about your strikes.
Do you press yes while you continue the hacking attack?
Yep.
God damn it.
All right.
Oh,
It has been
no.
notified. To Isaidus.
God damn it. I specifically sent Miri there to make sure shit doesn't like that
Fair.
doesn't happen.
Okay. Mira's just sitting at her computer. Y'all don't know what's going on.
We don't. As far as we know, everything is just as we left it. Anyways, continuing on.
Mira, we're leaving. Are you coming with us?
Yeah, be right there.
All right, we're leaving now.
Okay.
Io's got his hands in his pocket. He's strolling up. Trying to like nonchalant.
Yuri just walked
Inside,
right
he's
into it.
having a bit of a panic attack, but
Sev is just
What's
checking
Sai
his
gonna
gear.
do with the strikes? Is he gonna start killing hostages?
I feel like we're gonna find out soon enough.
Because if that's the case, too fucking bad. I'm still gonna do it.
Okay.
Dell is going to put his gun away.
Mira's ready to die. I don't give a shit.
Is Mira actually okay with having hostages being killed? I'm actually very curious.
I'm very concerned, actually.
At this point, Rob is okay with it.
Well,
Mira
that's why
as
she
a
didn't ask
character?
Rob. We asked Mira.
Yeah,
We're
I'm
asking
asking
Mira
Mira
here.
like as a character.
Oh no.
Like, is it shifting everything about her to have these hostages killed? She doesn't care.
Right? She going dark side?
Mira
Going
might
dark.
if certain things happen. Not that, she has any connection to the
Those-
Force, so she can't really go dark side. She would just be like a evil gangster or hacker or whatever. But
Yeah. It just, yeah, I don't know. It just makes sure you don't blend Rob and Mira together because Mira's like,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
a
Mira's
complete
super
180.
innocent.
That's a complete
Rob is
180 of
pissed off.
yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta like draw the line between you and her right
Yeah,
now and make
'cause
sure you play Mira.
I
You're getting that line blurred right now.
know, but it's so hard. I so want this.
You're not the only one.
Try to keep it in character, my love.
Alright.
You can do it. It's a great role play exercise.
Yes.
I'm gonna mute just in case I say anything else.
Good idea.
To anyone paying attention, you see Dell. He's taking his gear off. He's got his armor on, but there are no guns on him. No grenades. It looks like he's been stripped down to the bare minimum, but you see on his hip what appears to be a lightsaber hilt.
Seven's gonna ask you about that. Where'd you get that?
Now?
When just kind of like in passing
Sorry, I
when he
was just
notices the
asking.
help. So I would say like Seb would notice the hilt while he's just kind of messing with his blasters and just kind of get curious, like, since when did you have that?
Built it.
Really?
About a month ago.
As far as I know, only Jedi built their own sabers.
Yeah, well, things have changed.
Well, does anyone else know about it?
Mm-hmm. Let's go.
Let's. And
He's doing whatever it takes of. Like we all should be doing.
well, I can't bring a lightsaber to the fight, but I can definitely get some pretty accurate shots in. So don't worry, I'm trying my hard. I'm going to do whatever it takes as well.
Good. Io, Mira, Dell, are you guys ready?
Oh, I was already walking.
Yeah, Dell left.
Yeah, we're leaving. Mira.
I'm with
She's
y'all.
walking in after him.
It's all
Yep,
right.
Mira's
Barry.
gone.
It's all right, Barry. We'll make sure.
I'm still muted, so you don't hear me cussing outside.
Fair enough. It's
Oh
all
my God.
it's all right, Barry. We'll the timing was cool. Just no one else was here to see it.
Well, Terabyte saw it.
I don't care about timing.
He just gave his usual
Fuck it, I
press
know.
look.
Terabyte saw it. Terabyte will remember this.
All right, come on, let's go save your master.
She already started working forward.
Yeah.
What's Bio said?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm already walking.
All right.
I love it. So yes, you all make your way up this ramp into this building. And it is very, very quiet, very eerie. All you can kind of hear is the tropical wind. You can hear the ocean waves crashing against the shore. But you go in and the doors just open as you push them, and you start walking inside, and all you can hear are your footfalls. For those of you who were on the derelict station, it's reminiscent of that, but there's no metal. It's all stone. So it's a very soft thud. Little puffs of dust occasionally come up under your feet as you maneuver through it. And as you guys are walking, maneuvering through to where you think that Spy would be meeting you. So you kind of hear something. In a room not far ahead. It kind of makes you think that maybe you're losing your goddamn mind.
Mm-hmm.
Because it kind of sounds like your own voice.
I hear a voice. Do I recognize the voice?
Yeah, it sounds like your own. And the rest of you, as you get closer, you start hearing it, but it's like repeated.
I would like to follow where the voice is coming from.
Okay. You follow down this silent corridor, and as you turn into the room, as it gets closer, you start realizing that you're hearing your own hails from that you've been sending to Delta. And you turn into the room, and it's as if somebody took an ice fist and punched you right in the gut. Your breath is taken. As you see a trash chute, and you see various objects of trash, but you also see your eyes go immediately to a helmet. A helmet with orange decals.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Half of the helmet looks like it has been just crushed in. There's dried blood on it. And as you're kind of absorbing this, you start to see the helmet of Fixer right by Scorch. And then ultimately, the helmet of Boss torn in half and just discarded amongst this trash. Bits of their armor is there as well, but it's just everything that was Delta, your brothers, is just discarded like mere trash in this room. All while you're still hearing your own hails to them that arrived too late.
Is anyone else with him?
Fear standing in the doorway.
Well,
I was outside the room.
you can probably notice that
She turns around.
you'll notice that Sev is not saying a word, not moving. It's hard to tell actually what he's thinking with the helmet on, but he started off with nothing in his hands, but now you can also tell that he's drawn his blaster pistol. He's not happy, to say the least.
You see why I said whatever it takes?
Yeah. He's gonna go over and pick up the try to at least get the helmets of Delta.
Oh yeah, you can easily get them. They are empty.
Oh, thank God. Oh.
They're just a helmet.
Oh, thank God.
I was eating wings.
I was actually kind of worried for a second. Oh, Jesus. Oh.
However, the ones that are crushed, like Scorches, there is some remnants of brain matter inside. There's red blood. You think you see a tooth fall out and clatter onto the ground. But for the most part, the helmets are empty.
All right. I'll gather the helmets. I'll put them in my pack. And he's just gonna walk back to the front door.
Like to go out of the temple, or
Just
to leave that room?
Just leave the room. Sorry, just leave the room.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I was like, where are we going? All right. Okay.
Fear just says, keep it together, soldier. We'll grieve afterwards.
Thank you. He'll return his pistol to his holster.
Fear starts walking on again.
Okay.
I was gonna keep going down the hallway looking around. He has no idea where he's going. He's just following the hallway.
I think we all are at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys just kind of keep going through, and yeah, it is dead quiet until you start to get further into the temple.
Welcome. You guys, the first person opens into a dark room. A few sconces on the walls, but you can see a single table adorned with candles and fine silverware, a meal that's barely been touched, a couple drinks of champagne. One is crashed, fallen on the ground. And then, as you all walk into the room, at the back end, his back turned to you, are 5 pillars. Isaidus, standing over a recognizable body, as he has Revan's head under his hand, and I mean it's on her body, but it's like
Oh Jesus!
it's like
I realized that. For a second, your
It's
guts go as it looks like he's holding up a head, but you realize he's holding up her head as she all of a sudden her head just like drops as she's like almost fainted. She's still tied up to this pillar, but the other 4 pillars you see 4 bodies with black hoods like over their head as hostage. And he goes to sit down in a singular chair. That's about like a 5-foot stairwell up from where you guys are all. Well, don't worry, no one's here. It's just us.
Can I tell if he's lying?
I was just eyeing
mean-
a plate of food.
It's like, ooh, food.
Fucking Io!
He did promise food.
He just kind of like points to it. He's like, "Can I have that?"
Can I?
Of
have
course.
that?
Your dear Ven wasn't hungry enough, so she must have left the rest for you, Iotin.
Shrug.
Thank you. He goes over and picks up the plate and then kind of sort of slides back to the group while eating it.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
You're just kind of walking up, stone-faced, and kind of like just walking up enough to talk, but kind of like waiting to see what the rest of the group does.
Where is she?
Kind of like looking over at all of you, scanning each one of you for a second. Interesting. Some of you here still think you have the upper hand. That's funny. I'm sorry, Delvine. Who she are you referencing? We have a bit up here. You need to be a little bit more clarifying with that.
Where is Ven?
Oh, well. Ven and I's conversation isn't over yet. She'll be coming with me for now.
No, but seriously, can I look around see if there's actually is just us in the room? Sorry to interrupt.
It,
And the
yeah,
people
it's
tied to
just
the
you guys.
pillars.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
You
just
check
your
your
group.
scanners.
Bye.
There's no other form of life or nothing.
Mira uses the hive system.
Okay.
No clue what that is.
I'm trying to figure out if that's just Rob being Rob or if he's actually trying to be in character right now.
I think it's robbing.
I'm having a really hard time figuring this out.
Alright, sorry to interrupt.
What do you want from us?
Well, I told you to stay away, and you didn't. So, here's your last warning, a little gift to you. Stay the fuck away from me and Ven. Leave us alone. Walk away. Enjoy your puny little lives and whatever happiness they bring you.
And what? You just take Revan and the kids.
Oh, Revan. Dear, dear Revan. I don't know. There are a few more things I need from her, but she's pretty willing to talk now. I think that'll be up to you, actually. Ven really does admire all of you. Seems to trust your judgment and companionship over mine. Guess we'll have to put that to the test, won't we? So, you can have your choice. And all of the hoods fall off of their respected the people that they're covering. Choose one to die and which ones you will save. Curious to see where your judgment and loyalties really lie. And there's Revan there. The two babies like below her. Then there's Metal Armed Man, Joseph, and familiar Jax. And then on the other side,
Amarin, but yes.
sorry, tied up is Drea, and the last one is Iris.
I was just staring at Iris in horror.
They're all knocked out, unconscious. Oh, you guys had a lot to say up till now. Pretty quiet as a crew. Interesting.
May I ask just one question?
Sure. You're new, Delta Boy.
Yeah, well, you knew I was already with the crew. I'm assuming you did it.
What was the last part? Sorry, cut out for me.
I'm assuming you knew already I was with the crew.
Oh, of course. My apprentice has been quite effective keeping tabs on you. Your poor attempt to send your team to come free us. You underestimate my kingdom.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I did. Did they suffer?
No. I am filled with compassion, you know. There's mercy in what I do. I don't enjoy it.
Then why do it?
No. They died quickly and heroic. My hybrids are quite effective.
That's good. But if you don't enjoy what
As
you
for-
do, then why do it?
For as to why, well, there are bigger things at stake here. Love unquieted. I'm sure Ven has told you much.
Well, actually, for me, I'm kind of new. She's kept that part kind of close to chest with me. But even then, why go to all this trouble? Why kill so much? Just for love? You can tell she doesn't. You would know she doesn't like it.
She still showed up here, didn't she? Begging me to leave with her, to run away with her. She was even going to forsake all of you to come with me.
And then, if that was your goal, then why continue? If you were this close to getting what you wanted, why continue doing it?
Oh, I intend to. You see, your Republic, your Mandalore, the Jedi, the Sith, they're all different sides of the same coin. Institutions attempting to hold us back and keep control. No, I think it's time we make a shift of power.
To what? To that of chaos? To that where people could just kill whoever they don't like?
Oh, I'm not killing people I don't like. I'm giving them a choice to join us, to free themselves.
And then what? They say no, and you what? Kill them anyways?
And they try and stop me? Sure. Like I said,
The brakes.
what I want is more important than one life. Isn't it, Del? Delvine. You've imagined such a life with Ven by your side. It's all willing to give up for one person, isn't it?
A trade. I want a trade.
Trade?
One
What
of
sort of
us.
trade?
One of us to die instead of them.
I knew you would all have this false sense of heroism. You think that you can get away with everything as long as the responsibility falls back on you. Well, you made your decisions. Everyone here would be safe if you chose not to come after us. No, I don't think that trade will do. Though, when he opens up his arms to the rest of you, I do have a kingdom that's needed to be filled with those that are skillful. All of you are more than welcome to willingly come with. But some lessons have to be learned first. So, and he ignites his blade. Who's going to die so the others can live free? You have 1 minute to decide or they all die. Just slowly pacing in front of all of them, back and forth.
I was just like speechless. Like he looks real conflicted and doesn't know what to say.
Yeah, Viri's probably holding on to her lightsabers like feet further into the ground, but just wanting to launch herself.
Sev is the same. You just notice his fist is balled tight.
Isaidus, if I may.
Oh, but of course. Your mother told me much about you, Mira.
I wouldn't know. I didn't know her for a long time. I was
Choose
removed
your
from
words
her whenever I
wisely,
was
and maybe you
4.
will have a chance to get to know her.
I was removed from her whenever I was 4. Is this counting into our minute, by the way?
Do you want a timeout?
Please.
Sure. You know, I'm civilized. It stops at 40 seconds.
Are you like literally timing it?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, it's amazing. I love it.
Oh god, we actually
Oh,
have to
Marie's done
backcast.
this to me before. It's horrific.
The Peachy Keen does
and
take a while to
we-
do things, so I kind of expected this. So
Can we get a pause on the game real quick so I can ask a question?
Absolutely.
What is the ultimatum that he gave us? I wasn't here for it.
Okay. Oh yeah. No. You were. Oh boy, I'm gonna be in trouble.
Oh no.
So, so the other figures were revealed.
Rob, do
I-
some deep breathing as you're listening to this.
Please, please do.
I'm horrible. So yes, you already saw Revan was tied up. She is now unconscious. The other 4 individuals were revealed to be Iris, Drea, Jax, and Joseph. All tied to pillars, all knocked out.
Iris is who?
And Iris is
That's
Io's
Sojourn's-
sister-in-law
Oh, okay. Got it.
and Sioran's girlfriend. Yes. The ultimatum is for the crew to pick one to die, and the rest get to go free.
Or they all die if we don't decide in time.
Precisely.
40
40
seconds.
In 40
In 40 seconds, yeah.
No, there's a pause on that timer.
Well, right now, yeah.
Mira
For now.
asked- Mira
Well,
asked for a
yeah.
pause.
Yeah. But when the pause is over, you have 40 seconds.
What is it that you want, Isaidus?
I think you all know what I want.
No,
I
I
want
really
Ven.
don't.
And I want to be free from all those institutions that held us back, that led us astray.
Do the institutions have power over you right now?
Only if they unite against me. The governor, the Jedi Order, the Sith, they all need to burn. Would you agree?
Hold on. I'm taking notes. What would make these institutions team up against you? To my knowledge, the governor wouldn't work with anyone that pertains to have more power than him. The Jedi are a reclusive order.
Reclusive,
What's gonna
sending
make...
Jedi after me.
That's because of age-old hatreds. Nothing that we do here is going to change the Jedi trying to send people after you. Right? We have no say over that. That's a completely separate organization from us. We have no say over the governor either, or the Galactic Senate, or pretty much anyone else other than the crew of the Peachy Keen. We just happen to be the first ones that got here. So,
Well,
what would
you
make
were
those
allowed to come here.
institutions? What would make those institutions team up against you?
They see me as a threat. They all want to keep
They
that
see, they see everyone as a threat. They're always going to want to keep their power.
power. That is true.
But by teaming up, they would have to give over their power to someone else, and they won't do that. So why would they ever team up against you?
They can continue to try and come after me, but once I get my hybrids, and Ven by my side, will be unstoppable.
That does bring me back to another point. You want Ven by your side. How do you want Ven by your side?
Why so many questions, little one? Are you attempting to stall? It's not going to
No.
work.
You had the timer. You're timing us. I asked for a pause. You gave me a pause. I wanted to talk. Are you against conversation?
I like this one. Spunky. You
Not
would
so
be a
much.
good addition to my army if you chose it.
Would me joining your army stop you from killing anyone in here and letting them leave? You still get somebody that stays here.
It could. And if you want to volunteer, it might make a little bit of a difference. But I don't want anyone to join out of obligation or responsibility. I need to know that you truly want what I want.
Okay,
Not
putting a pin in
attempting
that-
to just.
putting a pin in that for now. Let's go back to my other question. How do you want Ven with you?
She'll be my queen.
A willing queen or a slave queen?
It is my hope that she'll be willing.
Do you think that she would be willing if you kill someone like this? Or if you continue to try and amass power?
These things that hold her back, these attachments,
What
they
attachment?
blind her. You all seem to convince her that the light side will redeem everyone.
Let
Yeah,
me
look,
let me
look at what
clarify
you've all stepped
real
into right
quick
now.
for you. Let me clarify something real quick for you. I don't know anything about this light side and dark side. Sorry. I have no idea what your fancy magic stuff is. And I don't really care. Ven's biggest attachment right now is you. It's the thing that's been driving her this entire time. Is trying to find some way to get to where you will see that you are no longer the person that she used to love. And until you find a way to get back to that person, she's never going to be willing. All you'll have is the slave queen. That's it.
That's an interesting line of thought. I mean, being a slave yourself, I'm sure you would understand. But this conversation bores me.
I
Time
was
over.
a slave.
40 seconds. Make your choice.
Interesting.
30 seconds.
Interesting.
Sorry, my alarm went off.
We can't let Iris die.
20
I was,
seconds.
like, distraught.
Throw my two spider droids at him.
I was gonna pull his blaster and shoot.
The blaster goes right through him.
So I'm guessing then the spider droids do nothing as well.
Correct.
Mhm. So, time's up. I heard Drea.
We're sparing Iris.
Final decisions now, or the other three die.
Drea.
Angel,
Quick.
Yes.
can I jam any signals going in or out of this room?
You have a very short time. but you can attempt
Now
it.
now that I know that Sai is not actually in here.
You can attempt it. I would need a computer's check from you. And it will be very tough because of the time crunch.
Five plus six,
While
that's
Mira
11.
is doing that roll, what are the rest of you doing?
Are they attached to anything besides like being tied up?
Like pillars by chains.
Like, is there anything else that might indicate how they're going to die?
Nothing that you can see. And again, it's a short amount of time. 1,000 things are happening at once. It's very hard to tell.
I was just frozen, just staring at Iris.
Sorry.
Shall we try?
4, 5, 6,
Siri steps up and she chimes in, Revan.
and then 1, 2, 3.
There's a little groan
Okay,
from Revan,
10.
and she seems to be kind of coming to, but not fully conscious yet.
27 total.
Okay.
That's with the rework. And that's
Okay.
about as high as I can possibly get my computer's check.
Okay. There starts to be a little bit of static from Psy, the Psy hologram anyway.
The main thing that I'm trying to do is if there's any electronic thing that would cause one of these prisoners to die, I want to jam it. I don't really care about Psy. I just want to
Okay.
jam any way that he has to send a signal to this room, or any way that he has to kill the prisoners that are in here. That may be electronic based.
Oh,
You
strike 3. That's right. You don't think we had fail safe? And like static is like going in and out. Fail safes for, and it cuts out the hologram. And 3 explosions go off. 1 through
Oh,
Revan's
no.
chest, 1 through Jax's chest, 1 through Joseph's chest.
Left.
Oh, it was Rob.
No.
And
Oh,
you're
no.
left standing there completely quiet. The static goes there, the hologram's gone. There's no signal to release the other 2.
God, poor Io couldn't even look away from that. Got
So
no
wait,
eyes
who-
to close.
I'm sorry, but who got a hole blasted in the chest? It was
Revan,
Revan,
Jax, and
Joseph,
Joseph.
Jackson Joseph. So
Yeah.
Drea and Iris are technically still alive.
Fury runs forward to Iris and Drea and takes her saber out and cuts through the chain.
After a moment of getting over the shock of what he sees when somebody dies like that, Io shakily runs over to Iris to just kind of wrap his arms tightly around her.
Fighting every soldier instinct he has in him to start running towards the door. Sev is gonna check on Mira.
Oh boy. Yeah. Drea and Iris are unharmed. They just kind of seem to have been drugged to keep them conscious. And just kind of in and out, but it's all of you are kind of hit with the same emotions of just aghast, loss, and the
I guess we should check on the babies.
That too.
yeah.
Kids. Check on the kids.
There are too many kids, and there's too many kids in this room. With everything that's going on, there are too many damn kids.
They seem fine, Del. Sky's not though. And she like kneeling there at Sky's body.
No, Sky, don't do this to me. No, don't do this. No. Come on, you have to tell me what to do. You have to tell me what to do. What to do. Ben's not here. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Hearing this, Seb is gonna walk over and just get Del back to his senses.
Don't touch me!
Listen, Captain. Bearing no official Jedi here, you are highest ranking.
Shut the fuck up.
Fury gives a little bit of a look, but doesn't say anything. God damn it, second time being called a half Jedi.
It doesn't matter. I am the highest rank. We just lost 3 fucking lives today. She saved my life, and I wouldn't be here without her. You should have just let me choose. We could have still had her. He looks down at Drea's small face. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That's it. That's it. That's it. He has no leverage now. He has nothing.
Alright, give me the order.
I want the Mandalorian fleet here right now. And he sends over the comm link to them. I want everyone here. I want this planet stripped bare.
I wouldn't do that if I were you, Del. Do you think we're gonna let any of your communications leave this place? And he comes back over all of your comms. So, unfortunately, that's not the way I wanted that to go down, but like I said, I give you all choices. Like this choice. If anyone wants to join me willingly, you may try.
I just look over at Mira. I was like, Mira. I try to motion to Mira as if she can do anything about him on our comms.
Mira is just stoic and quiet and is just kind of sunk to the floor and is staring at Jackson Joseph, just tears falling down her face. She is unresponsive.
Alright.
I'll join. I'll do it. Just don't kill anybody else.
Fury. You heard him.
This is what he wants.
He wants you to be willing. He doesn't want.
I'll join.
The hell you will. You will not join him. He's won. We're done. Here's what he wants.
He still has her.
I know he does.
Does Seb see any other doors further in the room?
There is no other doors. This seemed to just kind of be like a central chamber.
No other doors, just the way we came in.
Affirmative.
Now, help me get this shit off of them. Whatever it is. And Dell's gonna immediately look for, basically, if there's like a charge attached to them, if there's like is there any like scarring? Was it implanted? Is there anything that he can find on Drea to signify what would happen to the others?
I was doing the same for Iris.
Give me a moment.
No, you must know now.
Must know now.
Listen, I just destroyed you guys. Isn't that enough?
As far as the explosives, they look like they were hung around their necks, like under their clothes, just like a necklace sort of thing. Nothing was implanted.
Oh, so like that collar bomb kind of thing.
Pretty much, yeah.
Dell will immediately remove the one from Drea. Toss it to the side. Isaidus.
I remove Iris's, but a lot more delicately places it down.
Is there absolutely anything else to show that there is, so I can be a bit more emotional with my words now? Is there anything showing that I can? There's no scarring on her. There's no.
No. No. Isaidus had assured that no harm would come to them until the strikes, and it is true. There's no injuries on either Drea or Iris.
Or the babies.
They are, yeah, or the babies, which are now crying next to their mother's dead body, just absolutely crying. And the sounds of the twins' cries is just kind of echoing around the room.
I will go over and pick them up. Kind of awkwardly dismantle kids.
Yes.
You just lost the upper hand.
Hmm.
You just lost the upper hand.
I don't know,
I
Dale,
lost-
there's still a few things.
I lost nothing. You are all of inconsequence to me. I have the one thing I need. I got the information I needed out of Revan. I'm quite happy what I got out of this.
You don't understand, do you? So ignorant. You laid out your hand. And now you have no chips to play with. You had us at your whim with these people, with the ones that we loved. Now we will hunt you to the ends of the universe, and we will kill you. And do not think this is an idle threat, boy. If you
No.
think I will not kill Finn,
I gave you Drea back. I don't know why you're so angry with me. Maybe I should have killed the brat.
you really should have. Because I would have been destroyed. Hopeless.
Well,
I have her now.
Your little hacker did stop a few of the bombs from going off. But, well, I guess it's time to test you then.
Test us.
Very dear. I'll take you up on that offer, but you must prove yourself worthy.
Oh no.
What do you say? You just kind of like see Viri's eyes kind of go big. She's like grabbing her lightsaber, like,
Very.
You dare.
Very, please think it through.
just keep Ven safe. What do you want? Anybody else coming? Io, you would work well quite next to your brother of yours. He might be able to even teach you a few things.
He just frowns and looks away from wherever the heck's his voice comes from.
Fury. Don't you fucking dare leave
I
us.
believe we have Delvine's answer. Sev. You don't really have a team to go back to.
Well,
He has us.
I was just about to say, I think that's where you were wrong.
So be it. Mira. Your hacking skills are quite impressive. So, Yarrow is ready for them today.
You've seen nothing yet.
Dell's hand is on his lightsaber as he's looking with. If anyone could see his aura, there is an aura coming off him anyway. There is just pure rage. And it's almost being directed straight at Viri. Don't you dare give in to him.
So in Seb's eyes, how much is Viri gonna actually join him?
She looks fully willing to do whatever it needs to do to get Ven out of there.
Okay.
She seems like she's just in that mindset of whatever we did not work.
All right.
And we need to get Ven out of there.
Okay. Well, I apologize for this, but I am taking my blaster out, setting it on stun, and I'm knocking her out.
You go to pull the trigger, and all of you feel an electric shock go through your body from your comm systems. Very injured. And you're all knocked out. Cold and unconscious.
Fuck.
God, the poor babies.
Actually,
I'll hand this back over to Angie.
And you will be knocked out.
Zephyr stealth suit mounted with a system that allows stun and electrical discharge to be soaked up by the armor. That's been on Mira for a long time.
So
It
everyone
still
but
gets
Mira.
She
Oh,
can't be
damn.
knocked out. She can't be knocked out by electricity.
Gas though.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Either way.
Mira's not moving anyways. Mira
Okay.
is sitting against the wall, huddled up.
Oh no, Jackson Joseph. Fuck.
Tears streaming down her face. And that's it. She's not saying anything.
Either way, if electricity, then something else will occur. Everyone will fade to black. And
Io was like kneeling while holding the babies when he got the zap, so when he falls over, he's still like kind of got his arms securely around them. These poor children. Oh my god.
Children
That
are
close to
nestled.
explosion.
When you guys eventually awaken, your armor, your weapons, everything is stripped from you, and you are in a prison cell somewhere. Your head's aching, your heart's hurting, tired emotionally, and very much alone. And that is where we will end today's session.
Wait, are they in
I have one
separate cells or are they
question.
all together?
Is
They are
Dre
all
with me?
together.
Okay.
Okay.
Children are no longer there, and Iris is not there.
No.
Should have just let Del call for Drea.
We will pick it up with you guys coming to in the prison cell next week.
Fuck.
Eh,
Gonna have to like